We love food colored green, bell peppers and long string beans, pickles, celery, cucumbers too. All these foods are good for you.
Welcome to Storytime Cooks as we learn about food through books. Today, it's almost Halloween, and we're going to be reading Halloween Day. This story is by Anne Rockwell, pictures by Lizzie Rockwell, and it's a HarperCollins Publishers book. Today is going to be a very exciting day. I'm going to wear my Halloween costume to school. My friends will wear their costumes too. What do you think her costume is going to be? Has ears and a tail, maybe a cat or a skunk. Wow, look at us. Some of us look scary and some of us look beautiful, but all of us look great. I wonder where Mrs. Madoff is. I want her to see my costume. Maybe Mr. Cisco will be our teacher all by himself today. So let's look at some of the costumes. We have an astronaut and a princess, a great big pumpkin and a cowgirl and a dragon and a witch. Here's our little cat and a fireman and a pirate and a clown. All kinds of fun costumes. Have you thought about what your costume's going to be? I wish Mrs. Madoff could hear me say, meow, while I swish my long black tail. Well, that gave us a clue as to what her costume is. She's a cat. And I bet she decided she would be a cat because she has a real kitty at home that looks like her. It's black and white too. The fierce pirate with a patch over his eye and the red scar painted on his cheek is really Nicholas. And Nicholas likes to read stories about pirates. Charlie looks just like the real firefighters who work at the firehouse on Main Street. And I bet Charlie got to go there sometime and visit. Remember, October is Fire Safety Month or Fire Prevention Month, so you might have the opportunity to hear from a fireman about what we can do to keep safe. The witch wearing a tall black hat is Katie. She told me that was what she was going to be. And she doesn't look quite as scary as this one with the green face, but she still has a long green nose. But I do like her tall black hat. Sarah showed us how cowpokes out west twirl their lariats and sing yippee-i-e-o-k-e-i. Maybe we should try that again. Yippee-i-o-k-i. I'm glad I'm not a cowboy because I don't know that I can say that. But she has got some cattle. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and she's going to try to rope them while she's riding her horse. Then Mr. Cisco said it was time for our Halloween parade. A beautiful fairy godmother appeared in the hall. Who could she be? And there's the fairy godmother in her pink, pretty dress. And they're making a parade of all the children in their costumes. I bet that big orange pumpkin is really Pablo. Yes, I'm sure it is. Those look like his new tennis shoes. That was his giveaway. And it looks like they've been to the pumpkin patch. That might be something that would be fun to do. If the big orange pumpkin is really Pablo, then the boy in the gross green monster mash must be Sam. Yes, the pumpkin and the monster are walking close together, just like Sam and Pablo. They always walk close together because they're friends. That is kind of a scary looking mask. Eveline is pretending to be a clown. She can turn somersaults, just like the clowns at the circus did. She did one right in front of the library, and everyone clapped. They're doing all kinds of tricks, and she is too. Mr. Cisco thought Evan was a robot, but I knew right away he's an astronaut. And they made his costume out of a cardboard box. That's a fun thing to do, is be creative and make your own costumes. Jessica is dressed up like the Comic Queen on TV. I think that program is scary, but Jessica isn't scared of anything. At snack time, we had a Halloween party. Our fairy godmother waved her magic wand over some orange tissue paper in a big box. She said, "Abracadabra, cuppity-boo, what do you think I have for you?" What do you think might be in that box? Suddenly, the box was full of cupcakes, one for each of us. Mr. Cisco gave us candy corn and apple cider, too. I ate my candy corn and drank my cider, but I saved my cupcake for last because I liked looking at its funny pumpkin face. And that would be a fun thing to do, would be to decorate some cupcakes. Guess what? Mrs. Madoff was with us all the time. She was pretending to be our fairy godmother, but when she took her wig off and her mask off, they found out it was their teacher. Just having a good time for Halloween like they were. Well, I hope that you have a fun Halloween. We have our friend Minnie Mouse Witch here today in her tall big black hat, and she actually has a little pumpkin treat. But our pumpkin treat is really an orange that we just decorated to look like a jack-o'-lantern. So think about what you could do. You could actually take the peel off and put a little green celery stick in there, and that would make it look like a pumpkin, not a pumpkin face. But have some fun with your food. It doesn't all have to be candy for Halloween snacks. Think about things that you could do to be some healthy options. We like to have candy, but does candy fit on my plate? No, so that would be an extra. If we can think of some things like this orange would go in our fruit group, that would be an added treat. And just remember, when we do eat all that candy, we need to make sure we really brush our teeth. We hope that you'll have a good time and come back and join us again next week for Storytime Cooks as we learn about food through books.
We love food colored green, bell peppers and long string